Oh, I should probably intro the fucking video first. I'm stupid. Fuck. Hey, hi, ho, and howdy, everybody. My name is Katawa Shoujo, and welcome to Silence. Your favorite anime and video game show. With your host. Also Silence. Motherfuckers need to put more goddamn music in this fucking game. It's fucking great music. It needs to be around all the time. Anyway, hey, hi, ho, and howdy, everybody. My name is Katawa Shoujo, and welcome to episode number 3 of EMI's Root of Katawa Shoujo. Can we talk about how the fact that we still haven't even gotten to her intro yet, and we're already 3 episodes in? I could make these longer so that it worked out right. I could skip parts that we've already seen, but you know what? I'm not gonna. Because I am the realist. Anyway, in the last episode, we went up to the roof to chill it with our home dog diggity slices. With Emmy and Rin. It was a good time. We ate the bento, and we had some juice box. Put the straw in the box. Get it up in my grip in my juice box. Yeah. And then we left. And now we're going to read. The afternoon class passes. Once again, I find myself without a plan for something to do after school, so I head to the library and to return a couple of books I finished reading. Walking inside, I see that there are about as many students here as there were on Tuesday, all the more evident from the almost total silence enveloping the room. Motherfucking shit, god damn it, Yuko. I know it was Hasao's fault, but you showed up, so I immediately blamed you. You are a woman. It was your fault. This was a joke. This is not serious. Let's move on. God damn it. As I drop the books I borrowed into the return slot on the counter, Yuko suddenly pops up from behind it, quite startled from the banging they make as they hit the trolley next to her. Oh shit, sorry Yuko. God damn, I didn't mean to startle you, but also you startled me, so what's wrong with you? No, that is fine. It happens a lot, actually. I'm scared of everything. I got scared by a cockroach, and then I got scared by books, and then I got scared by a Pikachu doll that I saw in the mall one day. It was staring into my soul. I'm used to it by now. Can I help you? Oh, God. No, don't ask for help. It's okay. I think I know where everything is. Thanks anyway, though. I suppose I'll grab another book or two while I'm here. There's not much else to do, and after reading so much during my stay in the hospital, it's become a bit of a hard habit to break. I wander down to the fiction section towards the back of the library, scanning the bookshelves for anything that catches my eye. As I do, I look over to the corner where Hanako has been the last time I was here. My bun. Not really expecting anything to come of it. My bun! Surprisingly, though, she's there, absorbed completely in a fairly thick book. I decide against intruding on her like last time and get back to finding reading material. After an indiscernible amount of time spent perusing the aisles, I finally decide on a couple of books to get and slide them off the shelf. Okay, I know that we're in Emmy's route, but I'm a little sad that we didn't go talk to Hanako. My heart. I love her, okay? Moving on. With a minimum of fuss, I quickly walk over to the counter, check out my books, and pop them into my bag as I walk out. By the time I leave the main building, sunset isn't too far away. A small trickle of students remain, but the majority have left, presumably to their homes and to the dorms. Feeling utterly drained, I head to my room to read the books I borrowed. There's been enough action and excitement for one day already. The first is Boy, you get this right this time. 3rd time's a charm. Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Booyah, bitch. Words. I know the story, of course, but I've never actually read through the original book. Same here, boy. Everybody knows Alice in Wonderland. But do I know it enough? Can I even fucking remember who wrote that book? Nope. It's just as trippy as I remember the story to be, with all the wacky characters and nonsense plot. I started thinking of myself as some kind of an Alice, too, haplessly tumbling down the rabbit hole into this cripple wonderland. Well, I don't feel so questionable about making the terrible woman joke earlier. Now, this is... You've taken it too far, Hasao. You need to stop. This man must be stopped. He's a savage wild animal, man, and... You can't be saying this shit. Okay, that's a rather strong expression. No shit. Still, this isolated insulation. Yep. Building a house, so we need to get a lot of that. And the overt way the school accommodates to absolutely everything is unsettling. It's like another world. I wonder why I can't shake the feeling of being an outsider like Alice, despite most everyone being so hospitable and friendly with me. Turning another page, my mind starts drifting further away from the book. It's quiet, and I can hear my heartbeat thumping against the fabric of my shirt. That's the sign of you dying. Oh, fuck, I see her name. This is gonna be a bitch. For some reason, it makes me feel really bad, like it has since the... What the fuck? Her name fucks me up so bad, it fucked up the line before it. For some reason, it makes me feel really bad, like it has since the time in the forest with Wanako. With motherfucking Stanley Tucci. Like I was locked in a cage with something nasty and spooky and scary. I put the book down for a while and stare at the ceiling, taking my time to shake off the feeling. 200 pages later, I fall asleep. My boy, get his read on. I don't know how big that book is, though. I mean, it's 200 pages either way. Is it small print? Big print? I'm trying to compare myself to you, Asao. I want to know which of us is better. Oh, my spine. Okay, the students roll into class for the Saturday morning session. Each and every one of them sporting the tired eyes of people who've worked through the night. With only one day left to prepare, I suppose it's not so surprising. Thankfully, we only have to suffer the classes until the lunch break, and then our time is our own. Oh, god damn it. The children again. These fucking monsters. Why must they do this to me? Why did I ever become a teacher? You came because you love us. Muto lurches into class in a tired stagger. I suppose students aren't the only people here that enjoy their late Friday nights. Yes, I was in the club, getting tipsy. Get jiggy with it. Without saying a word, he scrawls some page and question numbers on the board and slumps down at his desk. It's completely atypical behavior for him, but it appears that no one else in the class is going to call him out on it. Wordlessly, the students shuffle their textbooks into position and get to work. Not wanting to break the trend, I do the same. Fatigue has made the class antisocial. Not a peep is heard among the ruffling papers. That can be partially attributed to the 2 empty seats beside me. For some reason, Misha and Shizune aren't present, probably doing student council work for the festival. It's very quiet without Misha present. Oh my god, Hisawi misses me so! You bastard! I wonder if she is born as rowdy as she is, or if she's making up for Shizune's lack of a voice. Nakai, can I speak for you? Not for you, but to you. For a moment. I cannot speak for you to a moment. Bitch, I'm a science teacher. What do you want from me? I'm so engrossed in thinking about Misha that I don't even notice Muto approaching my desk. Sure. What's this about? It is probably better if we speak outside the classroom. Ooh, you in trouble? Something about this doesn't sound too good, but I stand up and follow him out into the hallway. Muto stands in the hallway, scratching his head as he works out. I'm gonna scratch my beard face. As he works out what he's trying to say, not knowing what's going on, I wait silently. I heard from the school's head nurse that you had an incident the other day. Oh, so it's about that. Well, kind of, but it's not anything to be worried about. Yes. Yes, it is. Anything that can endanger your health is something to be worried about. We try our best here to prepare you for your life here. Part of that involves knowing your limits and how to work around them. It would be remiss of me if I didn't speak up about this. All right, I get it, I'm sorry. Muto closes his eyes in frustration and realizes that this probably wasn't the best thing to say. You know, you just sound like you're trying to brush him off. Which when a guy is going like, hey, fucko, you're going to die if you don't fucking listen to me. I could see someone getting a little bit upset about that. Something tells me that you're not sorry. Pretend as much as you want, but this isn't a normal school. A lot of people have put in a lot of time, effort, and money to make sure that you and every other student here can have the same level of education as your peers. For you to abuse that by throwing out advice, especially medical advice, is plain selfish. I'm not quite sure if this is actually how he feels, or if it's some sort of act he's practiced many times to guilt-trip students into doing the right thing. Either way, it's working. I understand. This is all new to me, and I apologize. I know my limits now, and I'll be sticking to them. Muto appears to lighten up a little, satisfied that his message has been received. So then, on to my next question. How are you finding your studies? I understand you were laid up for a while. We're not too far ahead, are we? I don't really think so. I tried my best to keep up while I was in the hospital, so it hasn't been too hard. Muto taps his chin and raises an eyebrow as he absorbs this information. Is that so? I suppose there are still students out there who realize the importance of learning. I wouldn't go that far. I was only trying to keep myself occupied in my little life support prison. Well, yeah, you've got to keep up with these things, right? That is exactly it. My good boy, you've done right. One wrong move in this world and you're left behind, right? Right. Wouldn't want that to happen. Yeah. No, you wouldn't. Every week there's a new scientific discovery. Most of them mean nothing to the layperson, but any one of them could be the key to the next big thing. I'll keep that in mind. It's obvious that Muto's serious talk is over, and he's gone back to his standard, slightly scatterbrained approach to life. Not a poach. This ain't a goddamn egg. I think, in hindsight, that I prefer him this way. He's slightly more predictable in his unpredictability. Well then, I think that's all I really had to say. Let's get back inside, shall we? My relief at that suggestion is insurmountable. Sure. You're the boss, right? The fuck did you just say to... What? Muto pauses for a moment. I don't think any of my students have ever said that to me before. For an instant, I consider replying to this, but something deep within me tells me to shut my mouth and get back into the classroom. The fuck is... Who does he think he is? A few of the students jump at the sound of the door, rapidly trying to pretend that they're working on the questions on the board. I've been there. 1.5 million goddamn times. But also not really, so I just sit in the fucking corner and write all goddamn day. I don't give a fuck. Some don't even bother, their heads slumped on the desk as they nap. Thankfully, it would appear that Muto does not even notice them. He returns to his desk and retrieves a scientific journal from one of the drawers. I guess I got to him there. The class returns to the near silence that Muto and I left in before our chat. Mixed feelings of tiredness and anticipation buzz around the room. Everyone here is either waiting for a chance to rest or a chance to get their last-minute preparations underway. The clock on the wall slowly ticks the remaining class time away until finally the bells cry out, ending the torment. Before you leave, I expect the answers for those problems by Monday. The class sighs as one, instantly regretting slacking off, but still acutely aware of the more pressing issues at hand. There's a lot of pressing issues at hand, though. There's so many of them. The classroom empties in a blink as everyone rushes to their last-minute festival preparations. I stay behind to try and quickly finish the questions so I don't have to bother with it over the rest of the weekend, with the festival and all tomorrow. Baby girl. Apart from me, Hanako is the only one left, obviously waiting for Lily. It's weird that Lily comes all the way to our classroom to pick her up. I expect that moving around is at least nominally harder for her than it is for Hanako. But it's none of my business, and I naturally don't ask about it from Hanako. Again, this comes back to something I mentioned when we restarted Rin's route. It bothers me so much that because Hisao, even when he's fucking up, he in many ways helps these girls get through life, or at least helps them to help themselves to get to a position where they can make things work in their lives. And while it doesn't necessarily mean that they'll never get through the issues that they're having, it does mean that they won't get through them the same way, and definitely won't get to them, or they won't get to them as fast, and they definitely won't get to them in the same way. And that kind of bothers me sometimes.
It's that, like, you don't know what you got until it's gone kind of thing. You're with Hanako and you help her with fucking everything about Hanako that's an issue. And then you go into another route and you look at her and you're like, fuck. I mean, she could probably still pull herself out of all that shit, but damn. She ain't got no one there to help her. I mean, she's got Lily, but she doesn't have what Hisao brought to the table. And it's the same with everyone. They think about, like, Rin. Her fucking huge problems with just accepting who she is and trying to even understand who she fucking is as a person. Like, you just gotta hope for the best for him. Damn. Hurts my heart. Oh, I think I fucked up on that one. Oh, sorry. Despite the relative proximity of our seats, neither tries to strike up a conversation about that or anything else in particular. So, an oppressive silence falls upon the classroom. Time passes in silence. It's probably just 15 minutes or so, but it feels longer. I turn the pages of my notebook. Hanako turns the pages of the novel she's reading. My pencil lead splinters against the paper just as I'm about to finish a paragraph. It's the fucking worst. You couldn't have waited like 10 seconds. The sounds of my irritated sigh and subsequent fumbling around for the sharpener feel like they're breaking the mood of the classroom. Hanako keeps her eyes firmly away from my direction. Before long, Lily's tall figure appears in the doorway. Hey, tall, blonde, and Scotty! How you doing, girl? Oh, Hanako. Oh, it's so good to be able to fuck this voice up again. I think that's also partially why I chose to do Emmy over Lily again, because I'm like, I know I'm gonna butcher Lily's fucking voice. I'm already butchering everyone else's voices. Just I know it's gonna be just as bad when I do it, if not significantly worse because of the accent. Her name is all it takes to make Hanako jump up from her desk and run to Lily. To Lily. They quack tightly. The fuck is wrong with me? They talk quietly for a moment, but isn't long before Lily leaves down the hall and I stop putting words that come afterwards before them. Hanako idles back to the classroom, taking her seat once again. Hey, baby girl. Little bonbon. Is it gonna be okay? I'll sing you a song. Will that make you feel better? You already know what song She tastes like bacon. Yeah, there's no mistaking. From the lovin' to the oven. Yeah, you know what I'm thinking. She's a timid girl. Like a leaf, yeah, she's shaking. You say Hanako's the best. Well, I know you're just faking. It's funny. Don't tell Emmy I said that last part. That's why I muffled it. So I was like, because it can't say Lily's the best. Not when I'm on Emmy's route. It didn't stop me from I heard like 20 times I sung that fucking song. I watch Hanako out of the corner of my eye out of sheer curiosity at the idea that the two would be separated. For a couple of minutes, she does nothing but sit with her chin in her hand, staring at her desk dejectedly. I don't think there was supposed to be a fucking V in that word. The boredom evidently becomes too much for her, though, as her slender frame reaching into her bag and pulling out a small book. Come to think of it, there is not I fucked it up even when I was trying really hard. Come to think of it, that isn't the one I saw her reading at the library. She must be quite a fast reader to get through them at this rate. I'm reaching that point where I'm slowly starting to slip into stupidity mode. But Shannon, aren't you always in stupidity mode? Haha, funny joke. After about 10 minutes of restlessly shuffling in her seat and trying to read, Hanako closes her book and leaves too. As should I. Got there in the end, since the assignment is all but finished, but there's nothing else I could do. It's getting really bad. Not that I have anything to do anywhere else either. The school is a beehive of activity, but nobody pays me any heed. I saunter past classrooms filled with students frantically doing this and that and buzzing around like little worky bees. Buzz, buzz. Buzz, buzz. You wouldn't guess the school day is over. It's a bit quieter outside, but not by much. People zip by, left and right, hurrying as quick as they can, busy and energetic. I feel the opposite. The midday sun seems to be draining all the spirit out of my body, making it feel limp all over. Warm, soft air flows inside my shirt, feeling like a cushion. That's the fucking best. And not necessarily warm air, but like It's like you ever you ever been on a hot day and you stand next to the air conditioner and the air blows up through your shirt, so you kind of look like you're wearing a fucking balloon on you, and it's just the air flowing around, cooling up your body. That's why I can never be a woman and wear a bra. I want to feel the cold tastiness on my nips. I mean, what? I'm just... It looks stupid, but it's actually very refreshing. Not the nips part, but it just meant like the cool air on the body in general. I yawn lazily, thinking about what I'd do. I drop off my books at the dorms first, and then something I haven't decided yet. Maybe Ken, leave this man alone. My heart can't take it. On the way to the dorms, I spot Emmy coming my way, running despite not having those weird running prosthetics on. I wave at her, and she skids to a stop. She got the fucking metal legs. She's like... It's exactly what it sounds like. It sounds like someone wringing out a fucking cat. Yo, Hassao, my diggity dog. How you doing? Welcome, get up in the club. Bounce. Sorry. Spatters of white and green paint adorn her nose and chin respectively, but her smile is wide as it seems it always is. She leans closer to me, amplifying the feeling she's examining me. That ass is all right. Fuck. What are you doing? What you doing? Nothing really. I don't have anything important to do for the festival, and everyone else seems to be doing something important. So I am nobody. My name is no one, and I walk this road alone. Because my name is no one. That's not a song, Shannon. Don't pretend like it is. That's perfect, and you can help me and Ren. With the festival preparations? I'm not very sure I've been that much of a help for you, madam. Oh, that's fine. I'm not much of a help either. I'm actually sabotaging Ren's art. Emmy grabs my wrist and starts dragging me back to the school quite forcibly. She knows how I like it. Rough. Not like a dog. Like a rope. I mean, what? Even her walking speed is more like jogging, making me stumble over myself, simply trying to keep up. Don't kill him already. We just got done with the shit. The stairs slow Emmy down a little bit. Maybe it's hard to climb with her legs, or maybe she's just finally run out of breath. We go all the way back to the 3rd floor into the seniors' hallway, ending up where we left 5 minutes ago. And then we yawned like that. Damn. I could just as well have stayed here waiting for Emmy, had I known. So, are you... Is Ren... Fuck, why do I keep saying Ren? What the fuck? I just got done recording Ruby shit, that's why. You fucking sage ninja bastard. This is not for you! Is Ren working on that mural still? That's... Alright, indubitably. She needs all kinds of paints and brushes and stuff, so I went to get them from the art classroom. And you need me to help with that. Yeah, I need a big, strong boy to help me. Well, Rin told me that you already helped her, so I thought you wouldn't mind. Right. Prussian Blue. Prussian! Okay, so thanks to Emmy's flaky logic, here I am again, collecting stuff in the art room, or classroom, for other people. The room is empty apart from ourselves and the lonely specks of dust floating in the air. Emmy skips straight away to the back wall, digging out a tiny crumpled piece of paper from her pocket. Crumpled piece of paper from her pocket. Alliteration, that's my favorite part of words. It's not, but it's actually really enjoyable. I've been falling in love with that a lot more recently. That's why I keep bringing it up all the time. I like being obnoxious. While she tries to make sense of the scrawled handwriting, I take a closer look at the materials lying around here. Dozens of paint cans and bottles are arranged on the shelves in a most unorganized fashion. Some look like they've been left there for several decades, relics of previous art club generations. Next to the heavy stacks of neatly piled drawing paper are boxes full of different sized brushes and unsorted crayons. Crayons! Waxy and delish! What? The smells of paint, turpentine, and fresh paper float in the stale air, mixing in my nostrils to form that unmistakable scent of art. Emmy studies her notes, comparing them to the markings on various paint cans, and passes them to me as she finds the correct matches. She stretches her neck to look on the topmost shelf, but it's not quite enough. Her eye level stays below the shelf no matter what she does. Emmy gives up and just looks up to the shelf longingly, like a child at a toy store, huffing in annoyance. We can get back to this, man. Legs. Tall. Legs tall. I saw her legs bounce up on the screen, that's why I said legs. For not having legs, she's got some very nice legs. I mean, what? Moving on. After a moment of building anger, she starts jumping up and down, apparently trying to speed read the labels during the fraction of a second she can see them, and catch what she can. It's no surprise that she fails miserably and almost manages to bring the entire shelf crashing down. And now I see why me lending a hand here would be useful. Pick her up, put her on your shoulders. Jump on my shoulder. That's not the rhythm to that song, but that is a song. We're at least getting better. We're actually picking real songs now. Poorly. Come on, let me do that. You can't jump high enough, and I don't want you to hurt yourself trying. Also, I'm like twice your height. You son of a bitch! Take it back! You are not. She turns around, flaring scorn. Flushed cheeks and all. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding about the fact that I'm kidding. Anyway, I'll look up there, okay? She glares at me one more time, but I can't come up with a retort. With a grudging, she turns her back to me. So I begin scrounging around the top shelf for paint while below. Amy crouches to scavenge what she can from the cupboards. I shake my head a little after double-checking to ensure she can't see me do so. Emmy, having a complex about her height, was a surprise. I wouldn't have joked about it otherwise. I would joke about it more. I'm a monster, I realize. I'm just saying I would do it. Use the weakness. She seems easygoing, but I guess everyone still has their weak spots. I was saying use it. Only after we have almost all the items collected and spread out on the desk like a treasure hunter's spoils do I realize that it wasn't necessarily the height jab that got her riled up. I know it's going to be loud every time I adjust the mic, but doesn't stop me from doing it. She might not like being told that she can't do something. Like jump. Jump, 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 jump. That's another song. I don't know why I felt I needed to add that. I don't know why I needed to even add the song in the first place. I'm just saying I did it. I'm stupid. But Emmy herself seems to have forgotten all about it already. Quick to anger, quick to forgive. She's that type of person? At least she doesn't seem to be taking anything to heart, as she chatters away happily while we pick up the rest of the items and then make our way back to Rin. I chivalrously carry the bulk of the materials as we make our way towards the dormitories. Oh god.
Rin's really stressed about getting her painting done. It's her own damn fault, though. She should have started earlier. Silly bitch. What am I gonna do with that girl?
Is she gonna make it?
Nope, she gonna die. I mean, no idea. It just looks good to me. But with Rin, you never know what's going on. I found her this morning lying in front of the dorm in the fetal position. She hadn't slept all night. Can't believe that the night nurses hadn't found her. And now she's painting like crazy again.
Yeah, I've noticed. She comes off as kind of unhinged.
Like a bad door, so to speak.
Emmy giggles at that, as well as at my likely too obvious awkwardness.
I don't mind it. She's just a little weird sometimes.
On that, I can agree with her. Unlike me, Emmy seems to be cool with Rin's whatever the fuck it is that feels so off about her. Still, they don't feel close like Misha and Shizune do, with them working as a single entity sometimes. It's hard to say where one ends and the other begins with those two. Even though they're so different, just like Emmy and Rin are. And Rin is the most different of them all, different from anyone else I've met. Yeah, I guess she's just a very unique person. I return to that word again, as if it encompasses Rin's personality by itself, but really it's just a substitute for a lengthy description of her oddities. Emmy giggles as I grasp for a properly descriptive word.
She's just fucking weird. But that's okay. You know what they say about weird people? Find someone weird and be weird with them. They say that, right? They do. I've heard it. Rin told me. You know earlier, she spent just half an hour sitting on her box and stared at her toes.
She giggles again in a way that makes me think she doesn't know what's funny about it. It just kind of is.
all that time.
She could be thinking about her fucking 401k, but you know what? No, she's sitting here thinking about her goddamn toes. What is she, me? Get it? The joke was I was thinking about Rin's toes. Not my own toes. I don't think about my toes that often. They're just kind of there, and I'm like, you know what? I don't give a fuck. Not attractive, not bad. They're just fucking there. Why am I sitting here describing my fucking feet to people? What the fuck is this channel? What is my life? The working area is a mess, but the mural itself has taken over even more of the wall since I last saw it. The disfigured human figures of... Disfigured human figures. Dude, the disfigured human figures... Figures. That... Well, you might... Okay. Troubled Angsty Cuties was my high school band. But obviously... I grew up. I went to college. I didn't go to college. But for the sake of the joke, I went to college. And the Disfigured Human Figures, right there, that was my college band name. And it was great. We played shows every night. We lopped off arms. We did other things to disfigure people. It was great. We got together everyone on Yamaku because everyone's fucked up in everyone which way. It works. And we were good. We fucking rocked! Okay, I've been mostly colored in tones of red, pink, and orange. Weird, imaginary things populating the spaces in between. There's also tits on that painting. I remember, I was there. It looks not nice. I can't think of any word that would describe the work concisely and comprehensively, so I settled myself on a nondescript nice? But honestly, it seems that the area around the wall becomes untidier at the same rate as the mural progresses. The ground is littered with dozens of paint cans, various art supplies, and empty soda bottles. My girl knows what's up. Was it Dr. Pepper? It was, wasn't it? It fucking better have, because if it wasn't, we're gonna have to have a talk. Coke is also acceptable. A Fanta isn't bad every once in a while. Mountain Dew is shit, but Baja Blast Mountain Dew, that's the Taco Bell thing that they have. That's quite lovely. Root beer, perhaps. A ginger ale if you're feeling that way. Grape soda if I was like 5. I'm just saying, you have options of where you can be right, but you also have options where you can be wrong. Rin, don't fucking push your luck. Rin herself is in the center of this chaos, standing there looking very cozy if she was a natural part of the scene. Her pant legs have been rolled up to her knees and exposing her thin legs, which sport... them legs, though. Which sport a drying spectrum of war painting, similar to those on Emmy's face. Emmy sprints to Rin ahead of me and gleefully jumps in front of her.
Catch me! I'm back. Guess who's back? Back. Emmy's back.
Tell a friend. What?
That was fast. Did you run into the corridors again? Don't do that. It's now helped me.
Emmy points victoriously at me. Victory.
Victory!
Rin turns around, following Emmy's finger with her eyes, looking in my general direction. She nods absent-mindedly at me. She looks like she hasn't slept since last night. A vacant, glazed stare that's focused slightly off to me, and movements like in a slow-motion movie.
Hello, Asao. Thank you for the help. My dude.
Don't mention it.
I just did, though. Bitch, you're too fucking late. This has already begun.
Never mind. Looks like you've made progress. Looking good, as far as I go. Looking good. My man.
But now you get more bad... Oh, no. But now you get more bad luck.
I know, but I'm willing to take the risk. Wrist. Yep, I'm gonna take the wrist. I'm gonna take... Oh, you don't have wrists for me to take. I didn't realize that until I said it. Like, maybe that the joke doesn't work. Rin's smiling. It doesn't bother. I'm sorry. I really wasn't thinking at all when I said that. I was literally about to say, I'm gonna take your wrists, and then I realized you don't fucking have any.
That is a very nice thing to say. Not what you just said. You're a fucking heartless monster. But for me, of course, not you again, the monster thing. This is why artists are always unlucky. They have to constantly look at their unfinished paintings. So artists can't find romance, their favorite TV shows are canceled, or they die young because of an unspecified disease. It is a deep and mysterious law of the universe. Unless they're blind.
She considers this for a while, looking like she's going to fall asleep.
There's a boy at the art club. You see, he's a blind boy, so he doesn't see, get it? You do, but he don't. He should become an artist. No blad buck. Yep.
Nice one, dipshit.
No bad luck. Guaranteed. Don't you think that'd be a good idea?
That only blind people should become artists? No, not really. It's not how I've ever viewed life.
Shit. You might have a point.
Abandoning this train of thought, she turns again to consider her work and starts humming a tune that I think I recognize, but can't remember the name of. I was gonna hum the Cheers theme, but then I realized I don't fucking remember what the goddamn Cheers theme is. I'm mad at myself. Emmy arranges the supplies we brought and moves a few paint cans around, trying to bring some organization to the scene.
Emmy, I need Prussian blue paint. Which one is Prussian blue?
She's staring helplessly at 7 or 8 cans, each with a different tone of blue. She's blue, da ba dee da ba da, banana blast, You knew it was coming.
It's the one with Prussian blue paint in it. Jeez, Rin, you're not helping at all.
I look around as well, even though I don't really know what Prussian blue looks like either. I wonder what blue has to do with Prussia. Or what Prussia even is. The name sounds vaguely familiar, but I can't place it. I know where you heard it before. In Rin's fucking root. While none of the blues look more Prussian than the others, the small print on the labels is legible enough to determine that none says anything about the contents of being Prussian. There's no Prussian blue here.
We're just gonna have to go get more then.
I open my mouth to say that actually we're both not needed for such a simple task, like finding another pot of Russian blue, but Emmy's already grabbed my arm and started dragging me off. I mean, there is worse fucking fates a human could have than being drug around by an adorable fucking lady girl. Marry me. I wave to Rin, who doesn't seem to have noticed that the two of us are even leaving. Well, she'll notice that when she goes for a Prussian blue and finds out that it's still not there. Maybe. She's fucked. Probably not, actually. While I'm busy thinking of how weird Rin is, Emmy's been dragging me back to the art classroom. I feel myself starting to run out of breath. Oh god, what's the rush? Huh? Emmy's giving me an appraising look as if she's trying to figure something out. It's just that you seem to be in a hurry. I'm not sure I can keep up. Comprehension dawns on her face.
You're not out of breath, are you? Seriously, don't die, though.
There's almost an accusing playfulness to her tone. I'm tempted to deny it, but then I realize that I've been breathing heavy since we stopped. Bitch, are you me? Is this just every day of your life? All day, every day, man. It's maddening. My lungs are so fucked. Thank you, mother. Yeah. God damn it. Guess it's kind of obvious. A little. Not everyone can be in shape, you know? Takes all kinds, right? Emmy frowns. It's not a particularly good frown. That is, I mean, I should get in shape. Not that I hadn't already kind of decided to try for that. After that flutter on the track, I figured there's a real need to get into some sort of running habit. I was, after all, feeling pretty good until I had my false alarm. Okay, actually I wasn't, but it was fun, I guess? Meanwhile, my comment seems to have helped Emmy come to some sort of decision.
Well, that's it then.
She gives me a serious look.
You're joining me.
Come to the dark side. I find your lack of faith disturbing.
I beg your pardon? Excuse me? In the mornings, you and I are now running partners. You got a routine all planned out. In fact,
She produces a crumpled sheet of paper.
I get it right here with me.
Bitch, who said you could make these plans about my life? I mean, I did in the future, now, but not before. I take the sheet of paper and give it once over. Times, dates, and laps, all laid out. A slow increase from just a few laps a day to... My God, does she expect to have me running marathons? And where the hell did she find the time to get all this put together? She's a fucking wizard. You're a wizard, Emmy. And how long has she been planning this anyway?
Bitch, since this moment, I ran headfirst directly into your chest. Hold me!
You've been planning this?
A little. A lot. But it's really the nurse's idea. He told me to keep an eye on you to make sure you exercise like he told you to.
A vast conspiracy. Shit, Kenji was right. I agree. See, he agrees. This seems a bit much for just keeping an eye on me.
Well, to be honest, I've been trying to find a running partner in the mornings for like a while now. Fucking knows Rin can't do it. What's she gonna do? Use her fucking feet? I mean, what? Actually, that makes sense. What?
My God, Kenji, if you could only see the scheme unfolding. Like a chair. What do you need a partner for anyway?
It's easier to keep a workout up if you're not the only one doing it. Isn't that obvious? You are less likely to quit if someone else is counting on you to be there. Right?
I see, and this won't only keep you running, but it'll make sure that I keep running as well. Meaning that I'll be obeying the nurse, and therefore he cannot yell at me anymore. I like this.
And I'll be keeping an eye on you, just like he asked. You got on quick, Azao.
And if I refuse... I have no intention of refusing, of course. I'm just saying it. I like to play the field a little bit. But I've got to at least put up a token of resistance to match to such a masterfully executed plan. Told you she's a goddamn supervillain. I never said that, but she would look adorable in a Darth Vader like helmet thing, but not like the mask, but just the helmet. All systems ready to fire. That could be a reference to something, but we're not going to say that it is. We're just going to move on.
Well, if you refused, I'd have to pout. Like a sad little baby. And you'd have to live with being the guy who made why the fuck am I having... I say your name constantly. How the fuck have I ever had problems? Emi Ibarazaki. Emi Ibarazaki pout. Yep, you'd have to do that. You fucking monster. You don't want that on your conscience, do you?
As if to demonstrate, Emmy begins pouting. It is the most adorable, heart-wrenching thing I've ever seen. Apparently you haven't seen the beginning of Doki Doki Literature Club. Natsuki, I love you. I mean, what? Okay. I'll do it. Stop, please. You'll break my cold, dead heart. Just don't fucking do that. I feel like I just hit a puppy.
So, it's settled, right? You're gonna be my running partner. Is that a euphemism? Follow the workout? And the dietary plan?
Dietary plan? The fuck?
Yeah, the dietary plan. Bitch, you could eat only kale from now on. You gotta eat healthy if you're gonna get in shape, you know.
I imagine this workout routine. I examine the workout routine closely. I don't see a dietary plan on here.
All right, I forgot to give that to you. Where?
Do skirts have pockets? Just occurred to me, where is she pulling this out of? I assume that some do. But do most? I don't... If they don't, that's some bullshit. And all the more reason I can never wear a fucking skirt. Another crumpled sheet of paper is produced and handed over. It is somewhat less detailed.
I let her sell me out. Yep, yeah, I did that. Whatever the fuck it is I just said. I had the nurse help me come up with it.
The amount of dedication that a nurse has to keeping me in good health is pretty overwhelming. I don't know how many school nurses who would get one of their students to spy on me, much less come up with a fucking dietary plan. What is wrong with my fucking brain right now? Then again, I guess I'm not in normal school. And maybe that's not such a bad thing. Oh, what's the best thing? Bitch, you get to spend your mornings with fucking her? And not like with fuck that. God damn it. Okay, moving on. We need to stop this. Stop this treachery! Maybe that's not such a bad thing. Then again, this dietary plan seems to cut out just about everything that'll be offered at the festival tomorrow. Fuck. So when does our running start?
After the festival.
Right after? What if I had something to eat there?
I could get a stomachache, you know? I meant the day after the festival, you fucking idiot.
I knew that. Shut up. I'm not stupid. Wasn't there something we were supposed to be doing? Oh, fuck, I guess we should get that paint for Rin, huh?
Is that what we were here doing? Oh, fuck, I thought we were gonna get down and dirty with it. Oh no, it slipped my mind. Like a slip and slide.
By the time we get the paint and get back to the mural, Rin's already wandered off. Oh well. Emmy and I both decide to part ways here, leaving the paint on the ground. Rin will find it. Fucking eventually, I guess. Festival's tomorrow. I'm actually a little excited for it. At the same time, the weeks left me feeling pretty tired, so I read a little and then go to bed. Dead. Yeah, Fuck, I could go for a burger right now. It sounds so good. You seem pretty hungry. Emmy looks up, mouth half full, and swallows before nodding. Bet she I'm not proud of that. I'm never proud of anything that comes out of my mouth. I'm proud of what goes in hers. Oh, slam dunk. I set myself up for it.
I need Prussian blue paint. Which one is Prussian blue? It's the one with Prussian blue paint in it. Dumbass.